Good morning, friends and fiends. Today we are going to be continuing our Final Fantasy IV Ultima stream. I'm not really sure what happened there. It jumped back to my waiting screen. I hope everybody is having a good December. We are cruising towards Christmas, and it will be Christmas in just a few days. I've gotten most of my Christmas shopping done. I need to wrap a couple of things, but nothing too major. I don't have a whole lot of treasures to show off today. I went to a board game night on Wednesday at the friendly local gaming store. And while I was there, just to support the shop and everything like that, I wanted to make sure that I bought something from the shop itself. So I found a little gizmo pin from the movie Gremlins. And fun story about that movie. That movie terrified me as a child. And there's one sequence in the movie where they start playing a song, Do You Hear What I Hear? And to this day, that song still kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. But I really enjoy the movie too. I've watched the movie several times since then. So I was really excited to find the gizmo pin. I also received a sticker that I ordered on Etsy during one of the sales. And this is really cool. Hopefully you can see this. It's a little bit shiny, but it is a Loch Ness Yoshi sticker. And I got that from a shop called the Pixel Hippie. And that is their card if anyone wants to go check them out. They have some really cool stuff on there. I could have gotten this as a magnet, and I actually kind of wish that I had. But the sticker is really, really cool. And I just thought it was a really fun sticker. So just to show that one more time, that is the Loch Ness Yoshi. It is this sort of holographic sticker, and the quality is really, really nice. I kind of goofed and I stuck it in a bag along with some other things. So it's got a couple little scratches and stuff on the finish already. I shouldn't have done that. That was on me though. That wasn't on the shop itself. Stone Homie says, just in time for Christmas. That is true. Hold on a second. I'm trying to adjust my stuff so that I can see chat properly. I do have a couple of little shout outs that I want to give. Huge shout out to Mags, who is one of my Blue Sky followers, who left me a very generous Ko-fi donation the other day, and that was really exciting to wake up to. We have several new subscribers that I want to shout out. Steven, MR, Radical Entropy, and Rowdy Style. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I'm not sure if any of you are watching at the moment, but if you are, hop into chat and let me know that you're watching. So we're going to go ahead and hop into our game. When we last left off, we had been shipwrecked by Leviathan, great dragon of the seas. And as you can see, Dark Knight Cecil is now all alone. So we don't know where we are. We are separated from all of our friends, and it is now time to see if we can get our bearings. There's a village to the right of us. Trial Fan says, hi, Wobble in chat. Hi, Trial Fan. How are you doing? AV64 Dancer says, hi, Wobble. Hi, AV64 Dancer. How are you? We are in the town of Mysidia. So if you've been watching this series from the beginning, you know that one of the first things that we did in this game was kind of wreck the city of Mysidia. And I gather that these mages are not going to be too happy to see us. This is for my son, Toad. Oh no, he turned me into a frog. Back here. Thankfully, if you talk to him again, he turns you back into a human. The Serpent Road was named as such since it saps much stamina from its travelers. It's a sad thing that men should hurt men. What about women? Leave! They will still buy and sell from you, though. Nothing too interesting that we need at this shop. Mage hat, Gaia gear. Some silver equipment, which we cannot use yet, which is interesting. Hi, Ambi June. How are you doing? We have another training room here. It's interesting because it is the same training room that we see in several of the other towns. I don't know if there's anything that we can find. I don't think so. Looks like there's nothing particularly new or interesting in this. Stone Homie, how are you doing today? This is the Serpent Road leading to Baron. It's sealed now to prevent any further raids. The Dark Knight of Baron. Wow. That one jumps off into the woods. If we can go to the inn if there's anything there. Never forgive or forget Baron's raid. A very different dance than what we've seen before. Uh-oh. This happened. The dancer was actually a witch who turned us into a pig. So. There are lots of tricky things happening in the town of Mysidia. Stone Homie says, oh, you know, slogging through the season like everyone else. Alright, we are almost to Christmas time. Please forgive me, I've done nothing. Here, have a drink on me. Oh, this is terrifying. Sorry, did the poison make it bitter? Yeah, they are not happy to see me. So far we've been turned into a toad, turned into a pig, and poisoned. Get back! I'm not scared of you, Dark Knight. You can never imagine how we suffered for what you've done to us. How can you have the gall to come here? Elder forgives all you've done, but I can't. This is the house of prayer. What do you want from us this time? I am Cecil, ex-captain of the Red Wings. I've come to beg forgiveness for my sins. Apologies won't bring back our fallen friends. However, I'll listen to your plight. Thank you. Golbez is the mastermind of Baron. He has captured someone dear to me. My comrades and I set off to rescue her, but Leviathan sunk the ship. It would seem this is your trial, but as long as you depend on the dark sword, you'll never defeat true evil. Moreover, you could be consumed by its darkness at any time. I know this, but Rosa's in jeopardy. can protect her by climbing Mount Ordeals to become a paladin. However, many have tried, yet none returned. Will you try? Yes. It will be hard for your dark sword alone. I'll have some mages accompany you. Palem, Porum. You called for us? Where's Palem? Palem, get out here. So, you're that Baron dude, huh? Grateful I'm gonna help you. Palem and Porum are two of my favorite characters. These two, these are Palem and Porum. Despite their ages, they are quite gifted magicians. You're lucky the mighty Palem will help you. Palem, behave. How do you do, Sir Cecil? Palem, you must greet him. Sup, dude? Black Mage Palem and White Mage Porum joined. Go to Mount Ordeals. Palem, Porum, you know your task. Become a paladin and you'll have my trust. Go and see if the light accepts you. Water, fire, earth, and wind, 4 elements. Black Magic Encyclopedia. My first healing spell. Paladins are the light warriors, a dark knight's opposite. Alright, let's see what they are equipped with. She has a healing rod and leather helmet. Give her the Gaia gear. And we can equip her with a buckler. Should increase her defense. Palem has a change rod. We're going to trade out for the thief knife. Let's see what else we can do. Some of these things we need to go ahead and just drop into storage, because we are not going to need Fireclaw or the Dreamer Harp for a while, or the Thunderclaw. Alright, let's run to the armor shop. Buy 2 mage hats. And we need another Gaia gear. And we are going to go ahead and buy a set of silver equipment. Sell some of this leather. Not really super necessary for us at this point. Go ahead and equip Porum with a mage hat. Same to Palem. Give him a mage hat and a Gaia gear. Bought one. Project 45, hello, how are you doing? It's good to see you again. Right now we are just sorting out some inventory stuff before we head to Mount Ordeals. Right, let's go grab... Wait, we're already here. Okay, we're gonna buy a silver helmet and a knight armor. Hi, Oni! Project 45, how you doing? All right, so we are fully equipped. And we are going to fight just a little bit to level up Palem Emporium before we head to Mount Ordeals. Project 45 says, how about I'm doing great. How about yourself? Got any major plans for the holidays? I am probably going to spend the holidays with my family. I don't have anything major planned for them, but has a boast ability. I'm not sure what that does. Try that one out. So yeah, nothing too major, but I will be spending some time with my parents and my sister and brother. Okay, so we have tiny mages. Right now, Cecil is just kind of wrecking everything, so looks like we don't actually have to level up Palem Emporium that much. They come across actually pretty decent in this Romhack. Normally they start at a very low level, and there's not a whole lot that you can do with them. Gained a couple of spells, gained Ice 2 and Life. Life is always a good spell. Go ahead and use one of our tents. Oni, how are you doing today? Oh, I forgot to show you guys. Since we are playing Final Fantasy today, I have my Chocobo Farm coffee cup. Picked this up on Etsy like a year or two ago. And it's another one of my favorite coffee cups. Alright, so we are heading towards Mount Ordeals. Project 45 says, man, I've tried so hard to get into Final Fantasy, but it's always intimidated me in terms of content. It's huge and has a ton of shit to worry about. Yes and no. I mean, especially these early ones are primarily turn-based. They do have an active turn system, but in a lot of the games you can disable that and it becomes completely turn-based. So you can take your time. They're also the kind of games where there's a main storyline you can focus on, but there's also a lot of side quests, and you can technically ignore the side quests if you want to. Lost eyesight, paralyzed. That thief's knife does all kinds of cool stuff. Let's try cry and see what that does. Enemy's defense and magic defense is down if we cry. Deathbringer just murdered the heck out of that guy. Boast increases the stats of our characters. Oni says, better, no caffeine today, but I'm mostly getting the word out on the 3 supplements I made over the week. I saw that you were plugging some stuff in the self-promo Saturday threads. It's a zoo. I wonder if that ability with the Reaper just like auto kills the enemy. Looks like it might. Got a ton of experience off of that one. Got you a white chocobo. A good spot to heal up before we head into Mount Ordeals. As we can use all of Orum's healing spells and then restore our HP, or our MP. Alright, so we're going to save our game now that we have some companions, and we will head into Mount Ordeals. There's fire in the way. Balaam, if you please. I know. You don't have to remind me. Tony says, yeah, doing my best to make the most of the promo day. I realize this week building towards Christmas has low interaction, but I wanted to utilize the promotion as much as I can. Yeah, you know, for any type of content creation, the week before Christmas is totally wacky. I was looking at the stats on my blog the other day, and the first 2 weeks of December, it got like 500 hits per week, and then this week has been just nothing, practically nothing. Meanwhile, come, Mylan. Island of Earth at your service. Cecil aspires to become a paladin. We must clip his wings now. You are wise to call me, sir. His dark sword is meaningless against my undead. We'll dispose of him. Very well. Kelly, hello. They were ahead of the game and already knew they would have loads of ADHDers. That's why all the side quests. Things have become interesting, don't you think, Kane? Yes, but Cecil might prove quite a formidable opponent. Big Nobbit, hello, welcome to the chat. I understand you respect your former friend, but Mylan will take care of him. Mylan is one of the 4 fiends. He'll put on a good show, don't you agree, Rosa? Give me the task of slaying him instead of Mylan. And who are you to ask this thing of me? I've not forgotten your blunder at Fabul. Your only task is to watch this woman. Yes, sir. Cecil. Little fun cutscene there. So the tricky thing is that the majority of our weapons are not going to work against the undead in this place. Which means that we have to rely heavily on Halem and Forum to do our damage for us. Let's do this. Wonder if the thief knife does anything. I actually haven't tried to use it as an item. Okay, so it, that's cool. It identifies what enemies do. I like that. These souls will, if I use fire against them, they'll heal. So I want to take them out first, and then I can use fire on the skeleton. Uh-oh, who got cursed? Oh, Cecil. Not too wild about that. Okay, after Cecil takes out the soul, then we can use fire. Actually, cure on them. That'll hurt them too. Cure spells deal damage to undead creatures. Actually, that did deal damage to the skeleton. Cecil leveled up. Grab the chest. Keep some holy arrows. Bomb arm. Big Nobbit, how are you doing? Maybe it's only the zombies that you can't use Cecil's ability on. Another iron sword, which we are already using, and I don't think the Deathbringer is weaker. Yeah, you want to keep the Deathbringer for now. It's Tella! Cecil! Do you seek Medio as well? You know of Medio? That means... Hey, old man, are you Tella? Watch your mouth. This man is a great sage. It's an honor to meet you. We were ordered by the Elder. Spy on... Ow. Ahem. As I was saying, we're guiding Sir Cecil up Mount Ordeals. I am Porum. And I'm Palem, so you're the Sage Tella. You're pretty famous in Mysidia. Mysidian children, eh? Cecil, what happened to Edward and Rydia? We were attacked by Leviathan on our way to Baron. Good heavens. And my friend Rosa was captured by Golbez. Friend? I think he means girlfriend. Hush! I cannot defeat Golbez with my paltry magic. I've been hunting for the sealed spell, Medio, ever since we parted ways. I felt a strong power from this mountain, and here I am. Medio's too dangerous for you. You're too old. Oops. Yes, I'm old. But no matter the price, I must avenge my daughter. Why are grown-ups so pig-headed? Why are grown-ups so pig-headed? I don't know. Palem, if not for Medio, why are you here, Cecil? Become a paladin. My dark sword can't defeat Golbez, and I've long sought to renounce the hateful thing. Who's Golbez? Don't you know anything? He's the man controlling Baron. Yes, he is the sum of all evil. So, at the summit lies the power of a paladin. There must truly be a secret on this mountain. I shall join you. Sage Tella joined. They really load you up with wizards the first part of this game. Let's equip the leather. And we do have another Tritok rod, so. Not sure says, so they fixed the dialogue to be a little more American. Yeah, in this Romhack, I do believe that they're using a retranslation of the game. It does seem like there are some changes to the original translation here. Keep another elf cloak. All right, so these guys are probably immune to Cecil's weapons. Not sure says the translations weren't bad before, but some of the dialogue was a little unusual for our audiences. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, see, Cecil's sword just deals 1 damage to the ghouls. Yeah, the original translation was pretty good. But the fan translations that are incorporated into mod packs like these. Now, Spoony Bard, they did keep. I think just because it's such a classic of the series. When we did the Damsian Castle scene on my last stream, they did keep the Spoony Bard quote. Cecil croaked. Gotta bring him back to life. And we will go ahead and some of Porum's healing magic to heal him up. There are also some additional scenes in this Romhack that aren't in the original game. In the last stream, when we got to the scene where the shipwreck happens, that scene appeared to have been expanded. So there were some additional details going on there. I always hate when you get ambushed because you end up taking so much damage before everything is over. Full of heal. That's good. Oh no. Well, I got paralyzed. Thankfully, paralyze is not something that lasts after combat. Not sure says, I didn't even know this existed until right now. I rented this when it came out for the SNES and was instantly hooked. Yeah, it was one of my favorite games on the SNES. Let's see here. Don't really want to waste any of these right now. Cecil's going to take a crap ton of damage here. We're going to go ahead and use Twin. Pyro! Good way to take those guys out. Does the instant death work on them? Not. Tella take this last guy out. Yeah, it was one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. It still is. So this Romhack is really cool. It adds all kinds of different stuff to it. Lots of new bosses, lots of new monsters, tons and tons of new items, which has so far been like one of my favorite things about it. It's really changed up the typical types of gear that you would equip everybody with. Yes, yes. Hey, Lum, it's not me. Go ahead and use a tent. And save the game. Caleb, I told you to stop. It isn't me. Watch out, I sense evil. Glad indeed to be able to slay you all. Who's there? I am Golbez's fiend of earth, Mylan, and you shall be a meal for my undead underlings. There we go. Go, my minions! Except we took out his minion, so there's nothing he can do right now. Jane will turn this into an automatic critical hit, which should deal quite a bit of damage. Oh, my body! You know anything about this game, you know that we need to go ahead and go save again. Not sure. It says most of the items in your inventory were foreign to me. Yeah, I mean, it really adds a ton, which is, it's a lot of cool stuff. For example, right now I've got Palem equipped with a dagger called Thief Knife, which has lots of interesting capabilities. It can blind and paralyze enemies. It can steal items from them. If you use it as an item, it acts as a scan ability that tells you a lot of details about them. Like the Tritox staff there that casts Fire 2, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the Boast command and the Cry command for Palem and Porum are actually, they were actually in the Japanese version of Final Fantasy IV. For some reason, they were cut from the American release. So in this version, it just added them back in. But some characters in this do have some additional abilities, like Cecil technically can cast black magic and only has a couple of spells, but he does have the ability to cast black magic. Kane, I believe, also had some magic spells as well. Hiss! Well done! But my true strength lies in death, and with it I'll drag you all to the abyss. And this is where the greatest boss music comes. I love the design of this guy too. Very quickly put all of our mages in the back row again. Use Twin. Blink on Cecil. Make him a lot harder to hit since he takes so much damage from this guy. Let's see, is it heal? I think heal deals with poison. Hey, heathen! Welcome back. It'd be really funny if that auto killed him, but it's obviously not going to. Ethan says, how's everyone doing? I am doing great. A very pretty day outside. I got my windows open. Not sure says, I have mush brain from migraine medication, but otherwise okay. I feel that. Last couple days I have had a lot of brain fog, and I'm not really sure why. Kind of come and gone though. And we defeated Mylan of Earth. How could I be beaten by the likes of you? Grr, ah! I like how there's a little blip sound that happens when he lands. Ethan, how are you doing? Go ahead and save our game again, and then we will enter the summit of the mountain after fighting more zombies. I love that Tritok staff. It just does a lot of damage. It's also a reference to Final Fantasy VI. There is an Esper named Tritok. My son. Son? Who are you? I've been waiting, sorrow-filled. I shall entrust you with my power, and grieve that no other way remains. It's a cool sword. Now Cecil has turned into a white knight. Part from your past, conquer the darkness within. If you can't overcome your past self, the sacred power of light will reject you. Who Cecils? What's going on? Sir Cecil! Cecil! Dude! Look out! Stand back. This is my own fight. I must defeat him to amend my past sins. Fortify? Fortify do. Magic defense and defense up. And it heals you a little bit. That's cool. So the trick to this fight is you're actually not supposed to fight the Dark Knight. If you remember, every time that we use the Dark ability, the Dark Knight takes damage. And eventually what will happen is he will kill himself by using the Dark Sword. Ethan says, doing pretty well, thank you. Went out shopping yesterday with the family. Looking forward to not having to do anything today. Justice is not the only right in this world. Someday you will see. Go, Cecil. Stone Homie says, Mount Ordeals seems relatively unchanged so far. Yeah, it does. Doesn't seem like they've done a whole lot with this one. Well done. Now I shall change my spirit into the power of light and trust it to you. Receive the last of my light. My son. Stop, Golbez. Please, wait. Ooh, flashy. Cecil became a paladin. Question is, do they start him at level 1 like they do in the original game? Are you alright? You were serious about... Shh. What's this feeling? It's so familiar. That voice. Oh. Sage Tella? I remember now. All the spells I've learned. Tella recalled all the spells he had forgotten. This is... Medio? That light bestowed upon me the forbidden black magic. Tella learned Medio. True sage you are. Hey, Porum. Sir Cecil, to tell you the truth, Okay, I'm ready now. Let's go get Golbez. What are you doing, Cecil? We must go. Yes. That light said, my son. Cecil's having a little bit of a daddy issue moment. Wait a sec. Let's be on our way, Sir Cecil. Ah, they do start him at level 1, but he has 600 hit points, so, you know, not terrible. We have the Legend Sword, and thankfully we bought some armor for him. I'm gonna go ahead and equip that. Looks like we have lost the ability to fight with 2 swords, but that's okay. Do we want to go for the ruby ring? Oh crap. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to unequip the gold ring that we were using on Dark Knight Cecil. I think we can buy one in the village though when we get back there. Trial Fan says, I hate flashy screens, but at least that one only lasted a couple of seconds. Yeah, it was pretty brief. And most of the flashes that are in this game are pretty brief. They use flashes a lot because, you know, they didn't have a whole lot in the way of animations to use for effects and stuff. But overall, the flashes are fairly brief. I want to see how much damage Cecil does, so. What spells. Alright, he's got all kinds of cool stuff now. So we've got all the way up to Fire, Ice, and Lightning 3, Fire, Scale, Sleep, Break, Drain, and Meteor. Alright. It's pretty decent. Not as much damage as what we were doing with the Black Sword, but... Hopefully Cecil will gain several levels here. 4, 5, 6. 6 levels in one go. That is pretty solid. We gained an entire 100 hit points off of that. It's funny how small these dungeons are. Because honestly, like Mount Ordeals is only like 3 or 4 screens. It's not a particularly big one. Now, the fun thing about Legend Sword is, I believe it does holy damage, so we should absolutely, if we don't miss, we should absolutely wreck the enemies here. But in that case, we did miss, so. But it does a crap ton of damage to the skeletons, so. Carl Fan says, remember to like, guys, Christmas present for Wobble. Likes, subscribes, and sharing the stream is always appreciated. There's also a little notify button that you could hit, so you'll get notified every time that I go live. For your assault. Ethan says, I think it would have been cool if they added to mount ordeals in this hack. It was too small to begin with. I do agree with that. You know, for it being such a massive part of the game, you know, the transcendence of Cecil from the Dark Mage into his geez, what am I doing here? They got me stuck for a second because I got two characters that are paralyzed and they're stuck in the back row. Alright, there we go. If Palem can stay alive long enough, which is not going to happen. Oh, geez. Okay. You know what? Let's just run away. That was not going to go well, and I was not going to attempt that one. But yeah, I agree with you, Heathen. I think it would have been nice if they had added some to this dungeon. Because it is. It's a fairly small dungeon and not super difficult. It has a couple of scenes. You know, it has the potential for difficulty. I mean, that last battle was pretty tricky, but overall, it's not that difficult. I was kind of hoping that we would see like some changes to the Mylan fight, with it being one of the four fiends. Stone Homie said, Shalicribe? Share, like, subscribe. Took me a second to figure that one out, Stone Homie. Funny thing is, until Cecil becomes gets leveled up, it's actually more difficult getting down from Mount Ordeals than it is getting up. Just because he starts at level 1 and his attack power is kind of iffy. After he turns into a paladin, his skill set definitely becomes a lot more defensive. You know, he has the fortify ability, which increases his defense and restores some of his health. And then he's got the cover ability, which lets him protect allies. But he loses you know, Dark, which is a great ability for quickly leveling up against, or quickly destroying packs of enemies. And he loses Bane, which is a very high power ability. Ira Akazuki says, the enemy deals 8 damage while you deal 800. You're quite a bully. You know, just be how it be. Oh crap, you proved me wrong. Okay, that's definitely a change to the translation. I don't remember the word crap ever showing up in the first. You became a paladin. I don't remember the word crap ever showing up in the original translation of the game. Always remember the code of the paladin. I like how it doesn't tell me what that code is. This doesn't mean I've forgiven you. I sense you're also in great pain. I'll pray for you too. Stonehomie says in Monty Python voice, when danger reared its ugly head, he bravely tucked his tail and fled. Stonehomie says, Tella knows bio now. You're on cruise control for a while. I don't think I ever used bio before. Is it really that good? Because I've always used, you know, fire and lightning and stuff. Well, there you have it. I was pretty surprised too. What do you mean? I'll admit it. Their true task was to keep an eye on you. I'm glad that there was no need, though. That is the reason we accompanied you. Sorry we didn't tell you. I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing in your situation. But you overcame your past and are now a paladin. How marvelous. That sword. I received it on Mount Ordeals. It's engraved with the Mysidian legend. Dun dun dun. One born from a dragon's mouth, hoisting both light and dark, rises high up, sky over, still land. Veiling the moon in the light of eternity, he brings a promise, Mother Earth, with bounty and mercy. That light called me its son. I know not what it is or what the legend means, but we Mysidians have been told to pray for its fulfillment for eons, and to believe in the one with the sacred light. I am certain that one is you. We have to hurry and get rid of Golbez. Hello. Been a while, Minwu. Minwu? Oh, they actually named the elder in this one. That's cool. It's just called Elder before. We met him on Mount Ordeals. If I remember correctly, Minwu is actually a character in the real Final Fantasy II. This old man learned Medio. What? Is the world in such a dire crisis as to unseal that spell? All I sought Medio for was to avenge Anna. Golbez took her life, and now I can make him pay. You mustn't fight for vengeance, Tella. Moreover, you're in no condition to use Medio. Even if the price is my life, I must do this. You haven't changed a bit, have you? And you as well. With Cecil as a paladin, you could be a formidable force. Before that can happen, we need an airship. Very well. I'll open the Serpent Road. Go to Baron. I will pray for you in the tower. Paladin, Cecil. Stonehomie says, bio is non-elemental, so nothing in the OG game was resistant. Halem, Porum, return to your studies. Didn't you tell us to help him? Please allow us to accompany them. You went to Mount Ordeals and lived to tell the tale. Very well, this may be your fate. Cecil, Tella, please look after these children. What? You know what we can do, don't you? Right. Not to worry, I'll keep the tykes out of trouble. Okay, I'm counting on you all. Irie Akazuki says, some games it's non-elemental, sometimes it's poison. It's quite the weird spell. Yeah, and I don't know what they've done to it in this version. Thanks, old man. Mind your manners. Shall we be off? Trial Fan says, that's not an elder voice, lol. Hey, my throat's a little bit scratchy today, so I am not doing a whole lot of the voices. Head for Baron via the Serpent Road and the building to the right. Be praying not only for you, but for all those living on Earth. Let's go buy a couple more tents. And we can sell a few things. Go ahead and sell the Fandangos. All but one of them. Malik. Hey Malik, how's it going? Oh, we got 15 viewers in the chat. That is probably the most viewers that I have ever had on any stream so far. So thank you guys for popping in today. All right, we're gonna run up to the Serpent Road. Make our way to Baron. Cecil? You're alive. Dad hasn't come home from the castle for a while. Stonehome Games, hello, how you doing? Monk was invited to lead the guards. They're at the inn. Ari Akazuki says, there's more live streamers online on my front page than I've seen in the last 10 years. You know, it's the Saturday before Christmas, so a lot of people are probably on vacation. I imagine that that's probably driving it a little bit. So I stream this game every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I also run a Sunday night NES stream every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Also Eastern time. There should be a post in the community tab that shows my stream schedule. Daddy says it's the soldiers' fault we get so few customers. Wanted cute dancers inquire at counter. Where's my drink? It's Yang. Yang? Oh, you probably don't recognize me. It's me, Cecil. I became a paladin. So the traitor shows his face. Get them. Go ahead and twin these guys and hit them with Tritalk. It's always weird to me that the guards can use all these weird spells like this. I took them out. Gang, what's the meaning of this? To eliminate Baron's enemies. Gang, please. Quiet, renegade. Yeah. You know, let's just fire 3 him. Ira Kiri says maybe their job is hero instead of knight. Maybe. Quiet, renegade. See if we can get Twin off before he kills Palem. I'm definitely noticing that the difficulty is ramping up after Mount Ordeals. I don't remember this fight taking quite as long. Cecil says, "We're allies!" Ouch. Yang, please. Gosh. Use protect. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Cecil, is it truly you? The last thing I remember is when Leviathan laid waste to the ship. It seems your power was being misused while under a bout of amnesia. I see. Sorry. Where are Rydia and Edward? Rydia was swallowed by Leviathan. As for Edward, I don't know. I see. Where am I? Aaron, let's get a room. There's soldiers everywhere. Hi, Monk Yang joined. Beat the guards? Thanks. Stay a night on the house. Who is this gentleman? Sage Tella, Edward's father-in-law. My daughter loved him, enough to give her own life. An honor to meet you. I'm Yang, the High Monk of Fabul. I'm the Mysidian prodigy, Palem. Feel free to ignore him. I'm his twin sister, Porum. You hurt us, man. Palem? I'm ashamed. Anyway, we must now rescue Sid. It won't be easy to sneak into the castle. What is this? The Baron Key. They must have entrusted you with it when you were under their watch. With this, we can go through the underground waterway. Hey, Drew. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing today? Everybody ready for Christmas? Only a couple days away. Right, let's see here. Use the key to unlock the weapon shop. So we need to equip him, and he's actually already got some claws. All right, how many of you are waiting to the very last minute to finish some part of your Christmas shopping? get a karate gi for Yang. Huh. And actually, some of these can be equipped by characters. My bag is full. Alright, so let's see. Headband. Doesn't do a whole lot. It decreases his defense. Increases defense and decreases magic defense. I think I'm going to stick with the leather. If there's anything else we can do. That overall, karate gi overall is a benefit though. Headband will be a benefit for Yang. So should the silver ring. Yeah. Don't Homie says, I'm all done, finished wrapping gifts yesterday. Heather says, not me, that stuff's all finished. Trial Fan says, shopping is finished, I think. Irie Akazuki says, I was asked not to buy gifts for my family this year. Might sound weird, but, you know, times are tough, so I can understand families wanting to kind of just cut out the gift giving a little bit. Okay, so let's see. We need to sell off some of that leather equipment that we've got. We really don't need 9 leather. 9 leather gloves. Irie says, apparently my brother's kids have enough toys. Hey, at some point we got an ice shield. When did we pick that up? Remember that. Check it out. That increases our block chance quite a bit. It's nice. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to change or equip? I think we're good. Oh, I wanted to give Cecil the gold ring. That's going to increase the amount of gold that we get, and we do seem to run into stuff. Also, it increases our defense a little bit, so that's nice. All right. If there's anything that we can get from these. Does not look like it. I don't think there is any hidden passageway. Go grab just a couple of items. And then we're going to head right outside and save. We'll head into the underground waterway. Oh, not that way. Trial Fan says, wrapping is my least favorite Christmas chore. I have to work on that today. Don't Homie says, I'm all done, finished wrapping gifts yesterday. Irie says, what's Abilify in this game? Is it a cure for silence? So it actually cures quite a few status ailments. Silence, paralysis, sleep, several other things like that. Whereas heal cures a different set of things, primarily Piggy, Tiny, Curse, Toad, and Poisoned. So really it just gives you 2 separate items that you need to use. Got a Power Staff. Berserk driven staff. Kind of curious what that does. Berserk is probably not the greatest for Spellcaster. But maybe it drives enemies berserk. I don't know. See? Underground Waterway. Oh, maybe it casts Berserk on one of my allies. In which case it could be beneficial. Yeah. It does Berserk on allies. Oops. Zeus Rage, Arctic Wind, and another Iron Sword. I have to sell off some of those because we've got like 3 of them. You know, when the enemy does not absorb electricity, the Tritok staff does a ridiculous amount of damage. I wonder if the power staff actually does pretty decent damage. That actually made Porum into a surprisingly effective fighter. She's not doing too much less damage than Cecil is. Ambushed. Ouch, that hurt. Bile shells have all kinds of status effects this time. I don't remember them having that before. I think they might have blinded you. I should take these guys out though. Oh, didn't take out the Electfish. They've definitely tweaked the amount of damage that things do. Because Twin would have just wrecked most basic enemies before. Kelly says, trying to finish shopping today. Maybe I'm the ultimate procrastinator. How much stuff do you have to get today? Irie says, no, that's definitely people who try to finish shopping on the 24th. And that is the truth. People who have to finish their shopping like the day before, it's always, those people are always like the worst shoppers for any kind of retail business. Bruce says, it's getting busy in here. Wobble is turning into a celebrity. I don't think I'm turning into a celebrity, but I do appreciate all the viewers. This is by far the most popular stream that I've done so far. Stone Home Game says it's all the Drews showing up. Ice doesn't work well against those guys. I really need to remember to use Cry a little bit more often, because the bonus to removing enemy defense is always good. Irie says, too bad you aren't a cute VTuber, you'd have double what you got now. No, you guys have to stare at my ugly mug the whole time. Stone Homie says, we came to watch a fully trained martial artist unload on 2 children. Tidal wave. That didn't do much. I'm noticing that a lot more enemies seem to have counter abilities. Heathen says, I gotta run. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, Heathen. I'm glad that you were able to pop into the stream again. Ah, infuriated, so it does work. Boom, got it. Cecil leveled up again. so there is a hidden passageway here. Stop sand. Crocodile and electrofish. You know what, let's do the thief knife on these guys and figure out what they're weak against. It might make these fights go a lot faster. Weak versus air projectiles. Don't have any projectiles. I guess I could equip somebody with a bow, but let's take Stone Homie's advice and use bio, which they call virus in this one. Okay, yeah, that one does do quite a bit of damage. It does seem like they use a lot more elemental stuff in this version of the game, where they kind of rely on you to figure out what the elemental weakness of the enemy is. Irie says the opposite of electricity should be earth, right? Yeah, it should, but I think in this Romhack, they've really changed things up a little bit. So sometimes the most intuitive ability is not going to be the one that they are weak against. Yeah, it is a pretty fast cast on the bio spell. A Hermes. See. There are lots of random hidden passageways through here. Yeah, but the only problem with Tella is that even though he learns a whole bunch of spells, he does not get very much MP, and so he runs out very, very quickly, especially if you start using spells like Virus. They'll go ahead and sacrifice an ether on him, though. I always like whenever you take one step and you immediately get dragged into another fight. Like the best thing ever. Drew Makes says, Stone Homie, you would love Orphan Puncher from Glass Cannon. I'm not familiar with that, so I don't know what he's talking about. Web. Maybe it's completely unintuitive, and the fish, a water-based species, are weak to water. I wouldn't put it past them. Cecil got paralyzed. The good thing about using an Abilify in combat is that it targets everybody. That's nice. If you use it out of combat, it only targets one character, though. A silver something. What's that? Silver Seed increases HP by 50. That's cool. We're going to use that on Cecil. He will be with us for the entire game. That was nice. That, not something you see very often. That's probably a rare drop of one of these, enemies. Which means that you could probably farm it, but I imagine that would take a lot of time, and the drop rate is probably fairly low. Irie Akazuki says, wow, this game has permanent stat items. Yeah, it does, and I might be wrong, but I want to say that the original Japanese version of the game did too. But they were cut from the Super Nintendo version, or the American version of the game. Like I said, I could be wrong on that, but I want to say that they did. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. 1 out of 255. It's probably something like that. Although they did increase the drop chance for some items. For some of the rare items that are in the base game, they did increase the drop chance on them. One out of 128 then. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time grinding up for them, because I imagine that we'll get some other ones later on. Maybe when I get to the end game, I might take the time and just grind everything up to maximum. It's kind of funny that you could steal leather from a crocodile. That takes us back that way. Yeah, encounter rate in the underwater underground waterway is really high for some reason. Definitely gonna have to use an Abilify. You guys are kind of wrecking me with that paralysis. And pyro these guys down. Use Comet. I'm not sure which one it'll be. Oh, because we are out of magic points, Twin didn't work. Doesn't gray out. This version of the game, I think you eventually get to a point where you have to rely a lot more on status ailments and things like that to have an effective time. Which is nice, because in the original game you could just totally ignore status effects, especially as far as like inflicting them on enemies. Let's see. Go ahead and waste some of Cecil's cure abilities. He's never really an effective healer. He's just kind of somebody that you use periodically. We should hopefully come across a save room sometime pretty quick. Nope. Talk Rod should be pretty helpful here. Oh no. That's interesting. If he's poisoned, he can't focus. Poisoned and mini. Irie says, I like games that have options of one encounter every step and no encounters as well. This actually does have a setting that you can enable so that you don't have to have any encounters. Is Piggy similar to Imp in Final Fantasy VI? Yeah, it is. It's pretty similar overall. I guess I should use an Abilify. Just doesn't work on Piggy. I forgot about that. Ah, you know what? Oh, it doesn't work on him. That's obnoxious. That was fun. If he had not cast Mini on Yang again, he would have taken 1 damage from that. Yeah, Piggy and Imp are basically the same ability. Although in Final Fantasy VI, it turns you into like a Kappa. But it basically does sort of the same thing. No, that's not gonna work. Damn it. I really just need to use an ether on Forum. She's completely out of magic points. Go ahead and try to take out that guard as quickly as possible. Irie says, plus it had the Imp equipment that made Imps god tier. Is there Piggy gear in this? There wasn't in the original game. I don't know if they've added any in this Romhack. I really kind of hope they have, because that would be really cool. I always did like using the Imp gear in Final Fantasy VI. These cards are really a pain. It seems like they cast Piggy if you use magic on them. They cast Mini if you attack them with physical damage. Ah. Grimoire. Okay, let's do ice on the crocodile. Should kill it pretty quick. Cry, that's going to decrease their defense. See if I can start playing a little bit more strategic from here on out. Cry talk on the aqua worm. Tidal wave is nothing too major. I'm not too terribly worried about it. You know, it would be super smart, and I actually forgot that I have them, but ruby rings make you immune to Piggy. I'm going to put them on Cecil and Yang so that I don't take quite as much Piggy from those things. See what Twin does. Does pretty decent damage to him. Right top. And Twin does not trigger the doesn't trigger the counterattack. Don't care if they turn Palem into a pig. Power. I meant to use that heal on Cecil. There we go. There should be a... Yes, there is one. Chain flail. Very different type of item than has ever been in this game. It's a long-range weapon made of by Cecil, Rosa Orporum. See how much damage it does. Increases our damage and increases our speed. And it has a kill effect against certain types of creatures. So, has a chance to apply paralysis. That sounds like a really cool weapon. So unlike in some games, later games in the series, you can choose whether to put characters into the front row or the back row. In Final Fantasy IV, you always have either 2 or 3 characters in the front row and either 2 or 3 characters in the back row. So, you know, we can change it like that, but I can't put all of them into... even though Cecil has a long-range weapon, I can't put him into the back row without putting one of my wizards up front, and I don't want to do that. And we have made it to the Castle of Baron. Huh, there's nobody in the prison. Go up to Cecil's room. But it is empty. Although we can rest there. Not that we needed to. Let's go. Looks like they made too many changes to this sequence of Baron Castle. Cecil! Cecil, you've returned! Megan, did you side with Golbez as well? As guard captain, I could never betray my liege. Then join us, you'll be a great help. Guard Captain Bagan joined. Which should be a clue, considering we already have 5 characters. Smells like a monster. Unmistakable scent. Where? Yeah, the front gate of the castle was guarded. That's why we had to take the underground. Cut the crap. Your acting is atrocious, you know. You mean Lord Golbez granted me the power I always wanted. Let me show you. This is one of those first fights where you have a boss that has a left and a right arm. And if you fight the left and right arms and destroy them, he just regenerates them. So Stone Homie says, Megan joined the party, betrayed us, turned into a monster, tried to kill us, and is still somehow a better teammate than Edward. You know what? I totally disagree with you. And that's just not fun, man. Edward was kicking ass in our last stream. That does, like, crappy damage. Okay, so we need to go ahead and use Twin. He got a wall spell off on this guy, so if I cast... Yep. If I cast magic on him, he's going to... I don't remember him casting Reflect on main body before. That wasn't too terribly hard. Dang, leveled up. Stone Homie says Edward Slander is my brand. Irie says, I assume all 3 targets have their own ATB gauge through independent attacks. Yeah, they do. Can't be so trusting, dude. Book of Summoning. Let's go ahead and stick some stuff in storage because our inventory is full. I'm glad that they gave you the ability to do that. Before we go there, we should be able to access the treasure room. An elf cloak, a mid potion, an elf cloak, and a high potion. I actually, the Bagan fight was not as difficult as I expected it to be. They did change some stuff up, because I don't remember him ever casting Reflect before. But it still was not as difficult as I expected. Cecil, you're back. But you're a paladin. That won't do it all. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Oh, you mean that old duffer who refused to surrender his kingdom? Don't you want to see him? Don't worry, I'll send you where he is soon enough. I'm not weak like Mylan. That fool never deserved to be a fiend. Then you're... Is the legend weapon in your inventory as legendary as it makes itself sound? No, not really. It's the first sword that you get as a paladin. Indeed, I am the water fiend, Cagnazo. So fun fact, the different fiends are named after devils from Dante's Inferno. Cagnazo gathers water. And he counters with Tidal Wave, which does a crap ton of damage if you hit him, which is unfortunate. But lightning makes the water go away. Cecil to the rescue. Antella. Yang does a crap ton of damage. I honestly don't remember if the Legend Sword upgrades. It might. It definitely increased Cagnazo's damage. Used to be able to just knock him out in, like, no time. Where's that Zeus Rage? I know we picked one up. There we go. Zeus Rage did not do much damage. Rytok does lightning damage, so that should help. Yeah, there we go. You used to be able to just power through this guy in like 2 hits. Oh, dang it. Pour him out again. I need Yang to use a... Have another Zeus Rage? I don't. Rytok. High potion on Yang. Oh, I meant to use the high potion on Halo. Really have to think a lot more strategically against some of these bosses. I can get a hit off with Yang because he does a lot of damage. Hides in his shell. Remember what that does. Either way, we killed him. You imposter! You're gonna pay for sticking me in that stinking joint. Hey, Sid! Where's Rosa? She ran after you. Golbez took her. Dang, Golbez! First my airships, now my Rosa. Enough jabber. Take us to your airship. Who's this? The Elder Crab? Elder, you old windbag. Young windbag, thanks. Please desist. Mr. Sid, this is Sage Tella. He's Yang, the High Monk of Fabul. I'm Porum, a white mage of Mysidia. Oh, and he's Palem, my twin brother. Hey! An honor to meet you, Sid. Well, you sure are a mannerly fellow. So, where's the latest ship? Where nobody'd suspect, of course. Well, hurry up! Shut it and follow. And get ready for the saddest scene in the entire game. I didn't expect to be beaten, but death means nothing. Why don't you join me in Hades? Ah. The walls! It's locked. This one too. Hail him? Pour him? Thanks, dude. It was a joy to fight with all of you. We won't let it end like this. Sage Tella, please look after Sir Cecil. Ready, pour him? Yes. What are you doing? Stop! Hail him and pour him. Break! Hail him! Pour him! Don't worry, I have this. Heal! No effect, as the twins became stone of their own will. An old man like me should have been the one to go. Oh, children. Your effort shall not be in vain. We'll get back at 'em for you. To the Enterprise! I'm coming for you, Golbez. Meanwhile, Cagnazzo was defeated. About the last crystal. I know. Problem. How about we let Cecil get it for us? Can exchange Rosa for the last crystal. That's an idea. We can do away with him then. I'll be the messenger. Kane. I'll prove what sort of man Cecil really is. See, just fiddle with the mechanism here. Get the let out, Enterprise. A ship's coming. A white flag. They come in peace. Kane. So you yet live. What's your angle, Kane? Where's Rosa? You want her back, get us the Earth Crystal. Troya's crystal. Dirty slime. We'll exchange the crystal for Rosa's safe return. You... Wake up, Kane. That is all. Cecil. Kane! Let's head to Troya. Troya is surrounded by thick forests in its region in the northwest. We won't be able to land the airship nearby. We're going to need to find another way to reach it. Press A to get on and off the airship, but you can't land in forests, mountains, or deserts. Press Y for slow mode to fine-tune a landing. Now let's get moving. The ability to slow mode your landing is a nice touch. They did not have that in the original game. Save our game real quick. All right, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We have made it through Mount Ordeals and transcended Cecil into a Paladin. And then we made it through the underground waterway and defeated 2 of the 4 fiends of elements. So we have defeated Mylan, the elemental fiend of earth, and we have defeated Cagnazzo, the elemental fiend of water. So we'll have to wait and see what other fiends await us. In our next session, we will head to Troya, and we will see what we can do about getting the 4th crystal, and hopefully we can try to rescue Rosa. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you guys have a safe and a Merry Christmas. My next stream will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be playing Sunday Night NES. We'll be continuing our Dragon Quest run, and then we will probably play... I don't know. I'm not sure what else I'll play for Sunday Night NES yet. I might try playing some Adventures of Lolo, which is a puzzle game that I really enjoyed as a kid. And maybe we'll hop into a classic like Super Mario or Legend of Zelda. I'm not really sure, but we'll play one of those. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notify button so that you'll be notified the next time that I stream. And the next time that we play Final Fantasy IV Ultima will be next Saturday at 11 a.m. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been a very active, very fun chat, and I will see you guys later. Bubble Rock.